Hey, welcome to another fingerstyle guitar lesson. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be arranging a song at a beginner level. And by beginner level, I mean that we're going to be doing it in open position, so no funky, difficult bar chords, alright? You should be really accessible to you, whether you're a beginner or an advanced player. The song we're going to be doing today is called There Is a Balm in Gilead. Now, it's important that you know that what's important in this lesson is you need to take away the tools and the processes to arrange and play it on solo fingerstyle guitar. It's even better if you do not know this song at all, because then you can take these tools and apply them to your favorite tunes. And that's the idea, developing your musicianship and understanding of any song that you hear, rather than me just giving you a tab and teaching you how to play this song in itself. So I've already analyzed the melody and the harmony of this song in previous videos. I'll link all of them in the description below. You should go check them out if you want to have a better understanding of it. But if you're just interested in how we're gonna fit the melody and the harmony together on fingerstyle guitar, then just stay here, okay? So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be singing you the song in solfege, and I'm gonna be playing the chords along with it. Alright, what is solfege? Well, if you don't already know, solfege is the system where we apply a fixed sung syllable to each scale degree. So in this case, we're in the key of E major. So we've got Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do for scale degrees number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And in this way, the moment we sing a note with the solfege syllable, we know exactly where in the scale it lies. So if it's a Mi, then we know that it's number 3. If it's a Fa, it's number 4, so on and so forth. And this helps us a lot in processing and understanding melodies. Let's get back to it. Okay, now we are in the key of E major, but E major is kind of difficult to play for open position. So what I've done is I've put the capo on number 4, and I'm going to be thinking in the key of C major. So if you play a C major chord, it's actually an E major chord, but for all purposes in this lesson, let's just think in the key of C major. Alright, so let's go. Okay, let's go. Well, yes, I'm gonna go ahead and play the song, but I want you to be able to follow and understand the chord shapes that I'm using as well. So we've got the score here. Don't worry, you don't need to read notation. It's just a visual reference. But I've also got a series of guides over here that you can print out, and or you can just download for free from my website. Alright, so I've got the chord position guide over here, and if you go to the open triad chord shapes, you've got all the shapes that you need to be able to follow and play along with me. Alright, so just go download it and follow along with the rest of the lesson. Then let's get back to it. Mi, mi, re, do, so, do, re, mi, do, mi, fa, mi, re, do, so, do, re, mi, do, mi, re, do, mi, fa, so, do, mi, fa, mi, re, do, mi, fa, so, fa, mi, do, mi, re, do. And that's the song. Now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna walk you through what are the chords in every section of the song in the key of C major, although we're actually in the key of E major, okay? Let's go. So it starts with Mi, mi, re, do. Chord 1 is a C major. What do I mean by chord 1 is C major? Well, in this case, we're going to be thinking of chords by their numbers, and these numbers refer to the scale degrees that these chords are built up from. So in this case, we're in the key of C major, okay? Although we're actually in the key of E major, but we've already explained that. So C major scale is C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Chord number 1 is basically the chord that's built up on note C, and in this case, it's going to be a C major. Now you can check in the solfege harmony guide what the qualities of each of these chords are based on their scale degree. So chord 1 is major, chord 2 is minor, so on and so forth. So let's get back to it. So, do, re, mi. Chord number 6 is a A minor chord. Do, mi. Chord number 2 is a D minor. In this case, I'm gonna leave this finger open. Alright, so it's actually a D minor sus2, okay? Do, mi, fa, mi, re. This re here is going to be chord number 5, which is a G. Mi, re, do, C. So, do, re, mi, A minor. Do, mi, chord 2, D minor, mi, do, mi, G. Re, do, chord 1, C again. Do, mi, chord 1, C, mi, fa, chord 2, D minor, fa, fa, sol, chord 3, E minor. Do, mi, chord 1, C major, mi, fa, this is going to be chord 4, F major, mi, re, G. Do, mi, chord 1, C major, mi, fa, chord 2 is D minor, fa, fa, sol, E minor, chord number 3, fa, mi, which is an F chord, chord number 4, do, mi, chord 5, G major, re, do. So just a note, that last line is a really beautiful chord progression. We've got do, mi, chord 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, and then 2, 1. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how we're going to technically play this on solo fingerstyle guitar. Okay, what's important here is that we have our scale, in this case the C major scale, sing it in solfege, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. How do I play that scale and how do I sing solfege along with it? Well, if you go to the scale position guide, go to the open scale positions, C major open scale, and you can just follow the fretboard diagram and play along to it. Alright, each of the fretboard diagram notes has numbers attached to it, and that refers to the scale degree. So number 1 will be do, number 2 will be re, and so on and so forth. So play the scale and sing along with it and then follow along with the lesson, okay? Let's get back to it. Now, and then what we're going to do is we're going to play the melody using solfege to immediately know how it's played on the guitar. So we've got mi, mi, re, do. Now we've got C major chord. It just so happens, really nicely, that the melody is on this high string. So just fill in the chord, just play the full chord. Do, C major. Then we've got so, do, re, mi. But on this do, we're going to play an A minor chord. So, do, re, mi. Alright, for now just play the full chord on the beat that the chord is supposed to be, okay? So, do, re, mi, do, mi. Now on this mi note, we've got a D minor chord, so just play that. Do, mi, mi, fa, mi, re. On this re note, we've got a G chord. Just play the G chord with the melody note on top. Re. Then we've got mi, mi, re, do. Back to the 1 chord. Mi, mi, re, do. Play the full chord. So, do, re, mi, A minor. Do, mi, G chord, re, do. Alright, so you can see our melody is mostly on the top strings, and that gives us a lot of freedom to play the rest of the chord shape in the lower strings. Alright, so it's not going to interfere with the melody too much. Let's go to the verse. Do, mi. You can see very nicely the mi is on the highest string here, so you can play the full C chord and let the melody just sit on top. Do, mi, mi, fa. Again, our melody note is on the top. Fa, fa, sol. It's on the top. Do, mi, mi, fa, F chord, or like this. Fa, mi, re, G chord. Do, mi, fa, 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 sol. So for this fa, sol, we start like this, but then immediately play the sol note. Fa, sol. Now we're going to chord number 4. Fa, mi. This F chord, the melody note is a mi, so you can't play a bar chord because the bar chord, it has this note on top, but we want this note. Fa, so you could play just the F chord but lift up this chord. So it's even easier, right? You don't even need to bar. That's why it's for beginners. Fa, mi, do, mi, G chord, re, do. Alright, so there you have it. You can see arranging for fingerstyle is not so difficult at the end of the day, right? You just need to keep the melody on top and play the chords that accompany it. Now, what's the cool trick here? Well, as long as you are holding the chord shape, it doesn't matter what strings you play. It's gonna fit in. It's gonna sound good in the harmony, alright? So instead of just playing mi, mi, re, do, so, do, re, That's kind of boring and kind of static. So instead of that, I want you to just arpeggiate the chords. What is arpeggiate? Well, arpeggiate is just a complicated musical term used to mean that we're playing the notes of a chord sequentially rather than together. So you can think of, on the guitar, plucking the notes one after the other rather than plucking them all together. Okay, so let's get back to it. Experiment. I'm not giving you a tab because I don't want you to follow the numbers on the tab with the exact rhythms and all that, and that makes you very rigid. It's like a robot, alright? I want you to understand the melody, understand the harmony and what chords I use, and then after that, just improvise and be your musical creative self. So this is what it will sound like if I'm not just playing block chords, but I'm trying to arpeggiate the chords a little bit, alright? So this is the fingerstyle arrangement of There Is a Balm in Gilead. Alright, so I hope that has been helpful for you. I'm going to be trying to arrange this in a little bit more of an advanced way using some close position chords in the next video. So I hope you will stay for that one. And do subscribe for lots more of these videos that teach you how to be a great musician and one that's flexible, one that doesn't need to use tabs. They can use tabs, but they don't need to rely on tabs, alright? So let me know if you have any questions. And until next time, have lots of fun and I'll see you again. Goodbye.